In the next part, we will discuss how there is a transformation in the life of Mr. Krishna. Mr. Krishna was growing very happy, getting a good salary, having a very nice and beautiful wife, lively daughter. But unfortunately, he received a letter from his father saying that he could search a new house in Malgudi of his own. And the next morning, both Krishna and Leela, they, after their morning ablutions, they were ready to go for Lale extension to search a new and most fashionable house of their own. Mr. Shastri promised them to show a newly constructed house at Lale extension. There was no bounds to the joy of Susila because she was curious to live in their own house at Malgudi. She decorated herself. She wore a purple color sari, which was the favorite of Mr. Krishna. She applied the scent and she also put jasmine flowers in her head. She was looking just like a doll, and both they went through the Malgudi street. They crossed the river bank and they proceeded towards the city. They left their daughter in the care of an old woman, and meanwhile on the way they had their breakfast at Anandabhavana restaurant, and by walk they moved towards Lale extension. At Lale extension they had searched for many houses. One that Shastri brought them to show. It was a very big house, remote from all others, surrounded by a big compound, and in the background of the house there was a toilet. Unfortunately, the owner was not staying in the house. It was left vacant for many months, so it was deserted. Public, the way passers, they used to dirt the house. They had their toilet, and it was so ugly, it was so garbage filled in the campus. But the house was so nice, it was comfortable, it was very calm and quiet. Both Susila and Krishna, they are agreed to buy that house, and they were decided to talk of the house in few days. Meanwhile, Susila had a call and she went back to see the toilet. She opens the door of the toilet, went inside, and suddenly the door struck. She was struck inside because the door was not properly organized. She could not open it on the spot. Krishna was talking with his friends in the front veranda of the house. Already half an hour was spent. Sushila was suffocating with the with the garbage of the toilet. It was filthy. It was nasty smell. She could not tolerate. She was wet with her sweating, and she was suffocating. Almost she was in a position to vomit. Meanwhile, Krishna came in search of Sushila, and he found that she was inside the toilet. He broke the toilet door open and brought Sushila outside. She was about unconscious at that moment, and he brought her to the tap and cleaned her hands and face and legs. Then she regained her strength and she was regained her life. It was the great tragedy that took place in the life of Susila. She was horrified with that incident. and somehow her life came to an end. On the next day, still she was suffering from the same sensation, and finally she got a fever, and it was proved that she has got a typhoid. She took the bed, and Krishna thought that it is temporary, she would recover from typhoid. He called for the doctor, he brought the medicine, but no use. Still, she could not recover from her bed. She was almost disappointed, frustrated, and about to end her life. She was not able to recover from the typhoid. In the same state, she used to take care of her daughter. She used to comb her head, used to change her dress, but she could not concentrate on Krishna and her daughter. Meanwhile, she was decided that she was about to die. Krishna was also worried a lot of his wife. He called for his mother-in-law and father-in-law. They came, and they had shown to the astrologer. Astrologer came. He gave some advice. They performed puja, but no use at all. And finally, they called for a doctor who returned from the foreign, who also told, who gave a good medicine, but no use. One fine day, Sushila had lost her breath on the lap of Mr. Krishna. It was most unexpected and undecided death in the part of Krishna. He was totally collapsed. He could not do what he wanted to do. He was almost depressed, frustrated, and completely he was collapsed. And he did her cremation along with his relatives. And after the death of Sushila, his mother decided to take Leela with her, but he was not ready to let Leela go. He decided to show both the love of his wife and himself to Leela. He wanted to brought her up alone at Malgudi. And after a few days, his mother forced him to get second marriage, but he was not ready because he loved Sushila a lot. He wanted to lead a next part of his life in the memory of his dead wife Sushila. Every day, sitting alone in her bedroom, he used to remember the days, the joyous moment that he spent with her. He used to laugh alone, he used to weep alone. Then, one day, surprisingly, when he was staying alone in Malgudi, a strange student came to him and he gave a letter to Mr. Krishna that there is some person in a remote village who wanted to talk with you. Krishna had no friends and no relatives. The letter surprised Krishna, and he also shown a letter and address of Mr. Krishna as it is. He was shocked to see how it comes. Then he also told that his wife would like to talk with you. He decided to meet that farmer on the next day after the college hours. Leaving Leela in the neighbor's house, he went to see that farmer. And he meets the farmer in a big garden. It was the field. He walked a few miles from Malgudi. There he come across a lonely place. It was full of mango trees and sugar canes. It was a pleasant face. The farmer took him inside the garden where he had a wonderful house and he had a natural pond, and in the remote corner of his garden there was a old temple of Saraswati, and he used to sit on the stone of the temple and he used to meditate. The farmer was a spiritual man. He was so spiritual that even he got a power to talk with the souls. Every day he used to converse with the souls in the evening, and he used to remember and write it down afterwards. And during such interaction session with the souls, one fine day he came across the soul of Susila, who would like to meet his husband, who is living in Malgudi and teaching as a professor at Albert Mission College. As for her guidance, he wrote a letter and he established a communion with Krishna. Krishna was shocked and surprised to see the way Farmer used to converse with souls, dead souls. He expressed his desire to speak with his dead wife. In 3 to 4 sessions, Krishna was able to interact with his dead wife Susila and her soul, and she was surprised that she used to ask number of questions. In order to prove that it is her real soul, she used to give some evidences that she asked him to bring love letters that she has written before she came to Malgudi, and she used to tell him the gifts that he gave her, and everything was as it is. Finally, he was approved that it was Susila, and he no longer let her. He always began to feel that Susila is in front of him in his task. And ever since he began to spend most of his time in isolation, all alone in the bedroom of himself, and have a session with Susila. And finally, one day, the farmer went on legal affairs with Madras, where he could not have an interaction with Susila. He was very much disappointed, and he himself trying to have that opportunity. And after a few days, he wrote a letter from Madras saying that he could establish a link with that soul of Susila with him from there itself. And on that day, he followed the technique, and he began to have or feel the presence of Susila now onwards. No longer he was interested in teaching. Meanwhile, he had developed a friendship with one of the headmasters of his daughter's school, who was fond of Leela. And one fine day, Leela brought him to his home, who had acquaintance with Mr. Krishna. The headmaster had started an experimental school in a remote part of Malgudi, in the midst of Malgudi, in the midst of Malgudi, where he had no classrooms. All the students are let free to play and do something creative with muds and sands or with the sticks. The students have prepared a very good art, and it is exhibited in his chamber. One fine day, headmaster invited Mr. Krishna to his school, and he surveyed the school. He found that it is much creative and interesting. He decided to resign to his job and join that experimental school. Meanwhile, his friend headmaster was very peculiar personality, and that attracted Mr. Krishna. And he was actually he had a fashionable house in Lale Extension, but his parents put him away from their home because of that headmaster's wife, who was arrogant and who was quarrelsome, who was always picking a quarrel with everyone. So he stayed with her along with her children in a slum area. And once he took her to that slum, and where he experienced the true nature of headmaster's wife. This is how the days were moving. Days were moving. One fine day, his headmaster told his wife that he is going to commit suicide. And also, he told Krishna that he is going to die very soon. And that incident brought him so closer to the headmaster. But in reality, the headmaster was not committed suicide. It is all the assumption of Mr. Krishna. And this is how headmaster attracted him In the mainstream of the novel, we come to know Headmaster is just a means to divert the sad sorrow and feeling of lonely Krishna towards something new and experimental professions. And he resigned his job and he joined that headmaster school just to get a new teaching, and he wanted to cultivate a new way of life, so he joined the theater, and he spent the remaining part of his life quite happily interacting with his dead wife's soul. Leaving his daughter with his old parents, Krishna was staying alone and spent his more and more time for creative work. This is a brief survey of the novel The English Teacher. You can critically appreciate all the major characters in the novel: Sushila, Krishna, and Sushila's father, and Krishna's parents. You can also have a glimpse at Albert Mission College and the spiritual farmer who turned the life of Mr. Krishna towards the spiritual end. And also you have an interesting character, Headmaster. It is one on the other way vision of R.K. Narayan to shift from formal education to the informal education, which is visionary and which is truly brought in this novel. Totally, what R.K. Narayan was inside and outside is brought in this brief novel, The English Teacher. In a true sense of the term, it is an autobiographical novel. Like Sushila, R.K. Narayan's wife also died young. Like Krishna, he is very much disappointed to teach British English literature to Indian students. He always had a thought in his mind that he could make an experimental school, a creative school for Indian children. All these dreams and aspirations of R.K. Narayan are fulfilled in this novel. Thank you for patience listening. Thank you.